Okay, and we're live. So I've just bought this new mic, so hopefully it sounds better than my old one. If it doesn't, that'll be a pain, but we live with it. As you can see probably by the title, today we're going to be gathering some resources in my world. Now this stream's been very much thrown together at the last minute. I wasn't planning on going live today, but I decided I'd give it a go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go gather a few of the shulker boxes from my storage room. And I am going to take those shulker boxes and fill them with loads of resources that I need. First of all, let's just drop off a load of this iron that I've got, because I don't want to have to hold it in my inventory the whole time. As all this. And let's grab two of these shulkers should be enough for now. So the first resource I want to gather is actually just going to be oak logs, because I think we're running a bit low on oak, and it is a resource that I want to be using more of. So this forest over here, I think I'm just going to start to tear it down a bit, as I want to expand out this forest here anyway into this section, so I may as well clear the wood. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be building in the next episode over here. If you saw my creative planning stream, you'll know what I'm planning to build there. So I'm probably just going to cut these trees down instead, actually. But that probably makes more sense. Right, is there any... There's the tree, okay. But I want to cut down and gather at least one shulker's worth, I think, of oak logs. Let's see. Down here we can... I find these trees that are big so hard to clear. Almost just not worth it sometimes. But let's see, let's get that. And is that... Okay, there's a log up there as well. Let's grab the hoe just to start clearing this out a bit. Okay, I think we're good there. So let's now just clear out this tree. And let's just then move on and keep clearing these trees. I almost thought this mic I bought by the way didn't work, because when I ordered it, the parcel it came in, it had been delayed a day or two. And when it arrived, the box was completely like torn to shreds. I think it must have like actually fallen off the back of a truck or something. But anyway, I got it out, and the box is inside the box, which held like the mic and the stand were perfectly fine. So it's not a problem. But at first I was a bit worried, because I did think mic I'd ordered and spent a lot of my money on was completely broken. That would have been devastating. I don't think I even have a dog yet in the world. I'll tame one later. I don't need one right now. I don't think, yeah, I don't have any bones on me anyway. Right, let's just cut down a few more of these trees. We've got at least one stack now, that's good. Starting to get there. It'll be a slow process to fill one whole shulker with oak. But once it's done, I think it's going to be a lot better and it'll be worth having. Because I'm going to need a load of oak trapdoors for this build I'm doing. And trapdoors are expensive, so I'm going to need a lot of oak. Just trying to think actually what resources I'll also need other than oak. I think might need some deep slate. Definitely need some granite and terracotta and stuff and bricks. I think most of my resources I already have spare of, so it shouldn't be too bad. Right, just this tree. If I clear out the area where this build's going to go, I feel like that's a good way of gathering the resource I need. In fact, I'm just going to record a replay, a flashback file of this, so that if I need to, I can select it up and use it in the video as a little time lapse or something. Change that so I can actually see my audio outputs on my second monitor. Oh, yeah, I'll cut down this tree. You know what, actually, the best way to do this is probably just to fly on and hoe the top of the tree. Although I could have resupplied oak leaves anyway, because I'm going to need a load. I'm trying to mix in a few and doing sort of texturing and stuff. So not texturing, when it comes sort of, I want to mix them in when I'm doing hedges, so I can add a bit of texture to the hedge. And so it's not just dahlia leaves all the time. I think lowering the amount of leaves being used, kind of clearing out this area is probably quite good. I can actually see what I'm working with a bit more, and I may as well get the leaves. Right, there we go. That little thing on my chat arena. Okay, that's all good. Next thing for Twitch. Clearing out all. There's a lot of leaves around here. Quite a lot of going going. But we're almost through. Is this a second tree or is this? It's the same tree. Oh, isn't it? It is the second one. Well, that'll explain why there were so many leaves. There we go. That's cleared out. Guess I might also have to get a shulker box of leaves from this stream as well. Which one is that's probably worth doing. Cause I'm trying to basically with my storage rooms keep shulker boxes of one type of resource, so that I can just more easily kind of organize that and not take up loads of space. Because I don't want to have chests like one big room. I would love to spread them out between several different sort of smaller areas. I have like one storage room for stone and small build. I don't know. I just feel like that makes more sense and is a bit more interesting. Just having like one massive auto sorting system. Sorry, that's just not really how I play the game, and I don't want to play the game like that. Oh, this tree. There's a lot of trees to cut down in this area. If I actually just use free cam, I think this is about as far as I want to go right now. I'm gonna move back and clear out all the trees around here. I'm gonna take this one. Clear out this little cluster here. I'm also gonna have to cut down all the birch trees probably, but I'm gonna first do the oak. That's what I'm filling a shulker with. I'm probably just gonna take the birch. There won't be that much birch. I'll probably just take that and chuck it into a normal storage. Let's just right, and I have got some birch leaf. Okay, right. So I just grabbed some water. I think I'm just going to that one. Okay. So what I'm thinking about with this build, if you didn't catch the last stream, is over here. I'm about, I guess, this sort of corner down here, across to about here, I think it is. I'm gonna have a big warehouse with stone being stored in it, and there'll be like a tower on the side with cranes. A path will wrap kind of over to here. I've planned out a load more details after I left the stream. So I've now got plans for the forest to be continued from here along the beach here and stretched all the way over, kind of filling out this coastline. I think it would make it look a lot more interesting. And I've also planned out the road and how it all connects up and decorated around the area. And it's gonna, I think, look quite cool. It'll be by far the biggest building in this mining town. It will really connect up with the things I built in the what is the next episode now, but it is fully recorded. I just need to actually get around to sort of uploading it and in the thumbnail and stuff. But that's something that I can do tomorrow, I think. I'm going out tonight, so it'll probably be a bit later that I wake up and sort things out for the upload. But I'm probably going to try and get the upload out tomorrow afternoon at some point. And that will be the episode where I build the city over there. They start the work on the city. Because previously I've only ever built walls, and I want to continue on the work. So I suppose when I put the title of the stream being Gathering Resources for the next episode, I suppose it's really the second episode in the future, or the episode after next, but I think if I put next episode, you know what I mean, the new episode's going to come out very soon. There we go, and let's just start by clearing out this side of the tree. I really don't know what to say today. I haven't really had much happen. Oh, I did see this morning they're changing how YouTube does views. Isn't great. I don't know if anyone saw that. Basically, it's now going to be the second you click on a video, it counts as a view, which is just going to make the view statistic pretty much pointless and probably perpetuate more AI slop. Which, if any of you have seen my video on AI, you know I hate AI. And that's just, it's something which not a good thing for YouTube to be doing, especially while they're trying to crack down on it on shorts to simultaneously be allowing more and like incentivizes clickbait to get more views. And it would make things like sponsorships harder, and it's just a bad change. Like, yes, it looks like you'll look like you've got more views, but you'll see a much less engagement with your videos for the amount of views you're getting. To me, that seems like I would rather see much more engagement for a few views than a load of unengaged views. Like, that just doesn't seem. Well, I'd rather have like say 100 views and isn't bad by any means. Like 100 views and say 3 comments, then 1,000 views and say 6 comments. I feel like, and like the watch time and stuff, viewer, I'd rather have less viewers who watch the whole video and be more engaged. Because to me, that says they actually enjoyed it. Whereas if I get loads of people and I see most of them haven't watched the whole video, that just feels kind of like I could have done better. Which I don't know. I think for new channels who haven't made videos before and don't really understand anything about YouTube, they'll probably find this feature great because they'll see it, they'll be like very excited. But they'll also probably just plateau growth a bit. Good. I suppose it might help you see if a thumbnail's good at least. But you can always do that through click-through rate anyway, so I don't think it really makes much difference. It would just make it more difficult to find out how many actual views you had. I think that's just something we don't need. I'd rather know someone's watched the whole video than 10 people have seen the first frame, you know? Those 10 people haven't watched what I've made. They've just literally glanced and gone, oh, I don't want to watch this. It'll make things like botting easier. It just seems like a bad idea, and it's sort of going against all that YouTube's trying to do lately. They made a few bad decisions. Or like, who's the current CEO of YouTube? Then it changed a few years ago. Whatever they're up to, really hope they kind of change their plans. They're losing a lot of faith from kind of creators and I think probably viewers as well. Like they need to pull back heavy on shorts because a lot of people find shorts frustrating. There's so much slop, and they need to just focus on sort of more. I don't know. They need to focus on trying to perpetuate more kind of long form. Like the homepage is so jammed with shorts. Right now, like I get it on mobile because shorts kind of designed for mobile. Why on PC is half my homepage shorts? It just doesn't make sense. Like I doubt anyone watches shorts. I've got nothing against shorts creators. I think shorts are a very interesting tool, different medium. I think there's a lot of skill needed to make good shorts. I think it's probably harder than making long form in a way. But I think what you see is a lot of slop that just like farms views. And that's not really what we need. Oh, I've already done that tree. Oops. But no, that wasn't good. Not great news to wake up to. My first thought was, oh, this is good, more views. And then I quite quickly realized, after looking at it for and reading the email I got, I sort of noticed this isn't what it says it is. That's like, it doesn't seem good. Creators won't benefit from it really at all. Let's see how much off this tree. I'm gonna check how many logs I have by now. Wrong shulker. I'll chuck the leaves in this shulker. Well, this is going to take ages to get a full shulker of oak. I've got 42 saplings. I might start just growing up rows of saplings. Quicker together. If anyone watching has watched the latest video, I think the next one's pretty similar style. Like it's all focused on building. But then I think you'll probably enjoy that. So it's coming out tomorrow. It's gonna be, I think, 20 minutes long. I fought my first raid in it and stuff. That's quite cool. Actually, sneak peek. I did build a farm. In fact, I built two farms, I want to say, in the video. I built one was a silverfish slime farm. I built down here. If you come along here, there's a little trapdoor that takes you down and you can farm slime because I want to be able to get magma cubes. I can use magma cream so I can make a gold farm eventually without having to go around the nether mining gold because that's just a pain. And the other farm I made, go all the way down here. I'm going to use it to repair my elytra anyway. I made a little blaze farm. Ooh, slime somewhere. I know there's a slime chunk around here. Yeah, there we go. This is all slime chunk. I didn't even need to build that slime farm, it seems. Right, there we go. But if you go through the nether, I built myself a blaze farm, which I'll quickly show you. My blaze farm's looking a bit rough right now, but I'm happy with how it's going together. It's a bit slow, but it gets me the blaze rods I need. Ooh, ooh. My nether really needs to be made a bit safer. I did some work on it recently. It's slightly less dangerous than it was, but it's still a bit risky and stuff. I'd rather make it a bit easier. When I get into the open, I'm gonna try and fly down this tunnel a bit. I'm running down it by a normal way of running. Yeah, that's much faster. Go on if I just Jump in and fly. Right, here's my blaze farm up here, and as you can see, it's a embarrassing. As you can see, it's a little bit of a mess. But if you just drop down here, this is the killing area. And I'll quickly just repair my tools and elytra and stuff, because my elytra is a bit damaged. If I use free cam, I'll just show the... It's just basically a big box. Lasers spawn. I should really put like a slab on top of that blaze spawner. They spawn, and then they fall down the tube down here into a killing area where I can just sit here and kill. It's by no means an efficient farm, but it does get me some blaze rods, and I don't like fighting blazes otherwise. Let's just repairing done. I'll repair everything before I go back, just so it's all fully repaired. Because even just a little bit of damage and they really annoy me. Oh, hang on. I've just realised stream was unlisted. That's no good. Give me one. Okay, I'm very sorry about that. Stream's be back up now. Wait one sec. Open up here. Okay, so the stream's back up now. Very sorry about that. What happened, I believe, is that my stream, I didn't actually unlist it. I left the stream unlisted while I was setting it up, and I just realised I forgot to make it public. We now? Check that. Refresh the page. Public. There we go. Okay, stream's back. Stream's back. So for YouTube viewers who have only just turned up, because the stream's been unlisted the whole time, so it's gonna be a bit shorter than I was planning now, because I'm not gonna be able to see our stream for about 20 minutes or so before coming. Oh, first time chatter. Twitch chat. Hello. When will you chat? Okay, what's the reason? Is it Lina Lufu? Sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing account names and stuff. Hi. I'm just repairing my tools up fully, or heading back to gather more resources for my survival world. Oh, thanks. And I'm just gathering a load of resources at the moment. I've got a build that I'm about to start. Yeah, I imagine pretty much all names get pronounced pretty badly. I think it's a very hard thing. Okay. Lynn. I'll go Lynn. How are you? Going. Good to hear, good to hear. I'm doing well as well. I've just got a new microphone, so I'm hoping it sounds decent. That's all repaired. Time to head back. Oh, thanks. Head back to my base. Right. Don't die in the nether. That'd be bad way to go. Right, just try and get down here safely back to my base quite quickly. I'm trying to fill a shulker of oak logs today just to sort of get myself decent resources because I need for my new build loads of oak trapdoors and they're expensive, so I'm just trying to gather a full shulker of oak. That was a bit embarrassing flying there. I'm building a storage room for all my stone types. So it's going to be like a big warehouse thing above where my mine is, and it's going to just store like one big room with a load of chests and stuff. Each chest got a different type of stone. Um, but I've got a plan for it in a creative one that I streamed on a few days ago, sorry, and that's putting right over here will be a big warehouse, similar sort of style to a lot of these buildings. So I wanted the mining town to all feel kind of cohesive. Let's see, that tree need to cut down. Get this Let's might start clearing some of the birch as well, just because I need to clear this area out. I'm also just going to plant a load of saplings, I think. They all grow up and gather the oak more easily. Let's put it by the city. I may as well. Bit of flat land so I can put in. Plant a load up. Grab bone meal and get that cleared out in a second. First, I am going to quickly just sort out the rest of that area where I need to clear out and get rid of the birch. Clear out all the birch then. Let's breathe. Oh, I think I'm not going to fill a full shulker of oak this stream, to be honest. I've got to go evening, ran out for a bit, so I'm not going to probably have a chance to fill a whole shulker. Be great if I could, but I have a feeling I'll only be able to stack some more. I would like to also ideally get some deep slate. See how it goes. Might have to get the deep slate off stream. How's this area starting to get higher and start cleaning out all these leaves? Just free cam and see how this area is looking. Okay, so it's just that birch tree really needs to go, and then I think probably those two, and then the trees along here, and then that's probably enough space for the build. That one's gone, so it's just these trees along here now, and then we'll be ready to go. Then I think once this is all clear, I'm going to place down the last of these saplings and start go bone mill them all and use that to gather as much of the logs as I can, and then maybe go get some deep slate. It depends on what the time is, but otherwise probably end the stream because I can't stream for too long tonight. I basically just wanted to use this and test out the new mic, see if it works. I was doing stuff. I think it's good. I did some audio tests earlier and it sounded decent. But I wasn't 100% certain, so I thought I'll give it a go. Let's go. I think that should be all the trees needed. Oh, one sec, got a notification on my phone. Oh, it's just one of my friends seeing if a takeaway tonight. Might do. Post pub takeaway does sound good. Already tempted. I'm on a bit of a diet at the moment, so I don't know if I should. Greek. 100 Greek. Do I have a load of bone lying around? Yeah, there's ones. Oh, perfect. I just can't see much. Need the Twitch as well as chat. The YouTube chat's been pretty empty this. Bones. Down to the skeleton spawner, I guess, and just gather a load of bones. I'll get like a. I'll clear that up. That sounds good. Right. Up we go then. Straight back to where the trees are, and I'm just gonna go bone meal them all up and cut them all down. We could do. I'm gonna have to restock the fireworks soon. I'll give it a bit longer, I think. Kind of getting stuck here now. You know what? I'm just gonna start chopping these ones down, and then I'm gonna move across next load. Probably the best way of doing this. That's what I mean. Right. Where am I? There's a tree. Go clear those trees. Clear this bit out here. I also think of doing more tutorials soon on YouTube because they seem to do quite well usually. But just being searchable and stuff does help. So I might do those if anyone's got any ideas of what I could make tutorials about. My old ones were always things like how to actually add like kind of a story to your builds without writing down lore. Because I find writing down lore never really quite as interesting as telling the story visually. I might do things like that again, I suppose. I might just do, I don't know, some build tips. I want to find a good thing to kind of subject matter for almost like a series of tutorials would be good, I think. Kind of get back on it though, because tutorials were very good for my content. That biome building series I used to, desert video is still seeing like 13,000 views or something, which is the best video I've ever had by quite a long way. I might do stuff like that again. Ironic because it's one of the lowest effort videos I have on my channel. I put like maybe half an hour into that one. Usually I put in at least sort of an hour to a video, but I really felt rushed with this really short, sort of quick video, and somehow it ended up doing 13,000 views. I might go towards doing those sorts of videos again. That was a couple years ago. That was when June Part 2 came out. I made that. I was kind of just like interested, like the idea of doing something with deserts. And yeah, that was quite a while ago now. So Part 3 is about to come out. I'm looking forward to a lot. June's one of my favourite series of books. Just so weird and fun. Right, let's do it. Sampling. So many logs I need to gather for this build, so hopefully it helps. We're all gonna become trapdoors. Oh, it's grown a tall one. That's annoying. I'm gonna have to fly up and clear out the leaves for that. I really wish that they'd sort of remove the tall trees or make a different way of growing them. They are really frustrating when you're trying to grow oak and you suddenly get like a massive one. Hello, is that Kelly? I'm pronouncing. No, I don't have Donut SMP. I'm very vaguely aware of it. I don't know much about it. Um, any good? What sort of thing is it? I've seen a few videos like people doing like traps and stuff on it, but I don't really know what sort of style of Minecraft it is. I mostly just do sort of building in single player is my kind of way of doing Minecraft. Okay, goodbye. Um, I'll give it a look. We Google it off stream though. Or not have to tab out of Minecraft at all. Come on, quick. Go. And this is probably the best way of getting. I think in future though, I might just do one long row of saplings instead of a block, because it does make it a bit of a pain to clear out. Right. These big trees are really frustrating. So annoying to get rid of. If we just clear out the bottom set of leaves here, it should make it okay, and I can deal with them afterwards. There we go. Part of me is looking forward for the next episode not being in the city as well, because although it has been fun these last 2 episodes building on it, I'm looking forward to kind of having a break from. And it's easier to get a thumbnail as well. Getting a thumbnail in the city, especially for this latest episode, has been so difficult. Finding an angle which shows the build without being really cramped is not an easy task. So hopefully I find a way of doing that better. Let's see. Nice that I've had a bit of a chat on both YouTube and Twitch. I don't usually get stream to absolutely, or just like streaming to myself basically. Nice to get a few people popping in every now and then. That tree line's starting to really actually come along quite nicely. I think spreading out the forest from just there across the coast of it will make it look so much bigger as well. Just like make the view from the city feel like that entire part of the world is covered in coast. But not coast forest, I don't know what I think. Oh hi PJC. So I'm terrible at pronouncing it. I think I'm probably mispronounced pretty much every name who's coming to the stream. Hello. It's currently working on gathering a load of resources for my survival world. I've done the Ender Dragon so far in my world. I will do the Wither at some point soon. Well, I think Warden's one I don't really care for at the moment. If they do something through the portal, I probably will. I'll probably say to myself, oh, I have to kill the Warden before I get through to the portal. And Elder Guardian, I will definitely have to do at some point. Because I've got a plan out there for a Guardian farm. But probably not for a while, because I'm not in desperate need of Prismarine right now. It's definitely something I'd like to work on at some point. Might do a video as well where I try and beat all the bosses in one video. That could be kind of fun. That's a good idea. I might do that. Thank you. You've just led me to another video idea. If I do that, you will know that out there. But no, yeah, I would like to beat them at some point. Just right now, I'm focusing obviously on building the city up, and I've got a build planned for a storage room over here. That sort of stuff. It is definitely something in the future I wouldn't mind doing. I actually really love that idea, doing every boss in one video. I think that'd make a great video. I'm also someone who's terrible at Minecraft when it comes to things like the actual survival aspects of the game. I did a raid in my latest video that I think should come out tomorrow. I died like 10 times in the raid. It wasn't even a particularly tough raid, I don't think. I'm just really bad at fighting things. I think that could be kind of a funny video, to be honest. Do that. I would also at some point love to learn to sort of do all that combat stuff, Minecraft properly. I've been obviously watching a bit of the mid-offs training lately, and seeing that and stuff. I'd love to at some point learn to do all the kind of speed running strategies. Not to speed run myself, but just to kind of know how it works. I always see like videos of people doing stuff like that, and I just can't get my head around it. It's like it's mind blowing. Okay, I can deal with the logs I need to cut down now. Did not plan on collecting another shulker of oak leaves though. That's sort of, I guess, a byproduct of chopping down a load of trees. I'm gonna put some of these leaves in here as well for now. Not planned, but you know, worth getting anything you can. Oh, before I fly up, actually, I'm just gonna grab another stack of rockets. I definitely will be needing those. Right. Here we go. Cut down these. Also, right now, there's a little bit of a sneak peek. I've just realised I haven't actually put this video out yet where I build the stuff behind me. It's a bit of a spoiler for the next episode. Yeah, I build this part of the city. Forgetting, because I've been starting sort of planning out and stuff. Actually, I'm going to end the replay recording. Because I've been planning out the latest video a lot. The next video, sorry. And it's been a while since I finished recording. I've been just like working on the finishing touches on the edit. Completely forgot about all this stuff over here not being out yet. Yeah, just ignore the spoilers, or don't ignore the spoilers. Up to you, I guess. Not going to tell anyone what to do. Yeah, that's all. Right, let's fly that off over to storage. Because I've been thinking about it a lot recently, I'm not particularly happy with the castle. I think the roofs here, I tried to match the sort of slightly more fantasy elements of some of the parts of the mining town. And I think it needs a bit of work still. But I kind of also don't want to change any of my older builds because they're sort of sentimental a bit. It's like I kind of want to leave stuff that I've already done as they were so I can look back on them. But I don't know, I might change it. I think it will come down to how I'm feeling on the day. Also, if anyone hasn't used it, the inventory sorting mod, especially for people who are completely disorganized like I am, absolute lifesaver. Very, very helpful mod. Makes life so much easier trying to organize all my stuff. It's called like Nemo's inventory sorting or something, but it's definitely worth checking out if you don't like organizing. You know what, I'll just leave these in the shulker because I need to clear out some shulkers anyway. Where am I going? We'll top up birch as well. Any of these looking low? We top them dark oak. And I might grab some pale oak if I go out to the dark oak forest. Might be a good idea. I want to go get deep slate. What do I need for the build I'm doing? I need a little bit of dark oak. I'll go chop a few trees anyway. It'll be more fun getting dark oak on stream than deep slate. Deep slate is literally just mining. I feel like that'd make a very, very boring stream. This is something I don't very often show in videos. Flying right past the spawn of the world. Right up on these sort of trees up here is where I spawned in. See if I can see which tree it was actually, that'd be fun. think it might have been. I want to say it was this tree. No, it was one of these trees. Maybe it was that tree. I mean that tree. It was one of these trees. This is where I got my sort of first doors, that sort of stuff, just down here. I always forget that's where I spawned. I don't really ever come here. Go past it a bit, but never. I should really build something here, like a watchtower or something to spawn in. Because also, I'm always worried that if I don't set my spawn and I die, I'm not going to get back home very easily because it's not the easy spot to travel from. Just get back to what I'm doing. I'll make it so I can my Twitch as well as my YouTube. I've been streaming on Twitch longer than YouTube today because don't know, probably haven't seen it. It was right at the beginning of this YouTube stream I mentioned it. I started streaming about 20 minutes in. I realized the stream was actually unlisted because I was setting it up unlisted and I was gonna make it public once it was actually set up and accidentally go live, and I forgot to remember to actually put it to go public. So a bit embarrassing. I streamed like a good 20 minutes or so and then went, oh, not actually live. I assume you were to see that stuff in the VOD though, so it's not the end of the world. Used up like half my sort of planned conversation things, and I realised that's why I'm not getting any viewers. No one can actually see it. But you know, things like this happen. Unlike with a normal video, you can't really just go back and edit it. I guess that's part of the fun of live streaming. Not being able to fix your mistakes. Make a lot of them. Clear out a few of these. I'd always feel like my streams must be so boring because it's so long not talking. I get kind of a bit a bit awkward when I don't talk because like dead air they I need to really learn to get comfortable with. But I know it's not actually that bad to have some dead air every now and then. It does feel a little bit awkward. But, I'm very new to actually streaming. I've been making videos for the longest time. This is my second proper stream because my first stream was about a week ago. Didn't actually have any audio because I'd set the tracks up on OBS wrong. It was annoying because I was so proud of myself for setting up multi-streaming, and then I was like, didn't work. Bit of an issue, but it's not the end of the world. Again, things happen. Uh, oh, this is really like beautiful lake actually. One day I might build something out here because a bit of terrain. Massive lake in the middle of dark oak forest. Nice, like that. I'll grab a couple of lily while I'm here. The vibes of dark oak forests are really cool. Might build a custom one at some point. Kind of. Probably wouldn't be a dark oak forest. It'd be like a custom sort of dense forest. Would be kind of cool to get those vibes. They are really. Yeah, that I think it's probably be the last tree I clear. I've been live just over an hour in total on Twitch. I don't know about YouTube, how long I've been live, but I think probably 20 minutes or so. Isn't ideal, but it's fine. But probably gonna call it here in a minute. I'm just gonna get back to my base at least. Not my base, base, bit of a my whole world's really my base was. But you know what I mean. For hours today. Or to walk into the pub. Not a long walk. Half an hour to the pub I'm going. Hour at top. You know how fast I walk. There we go. Ooh, thunderstorm. That's pretty exciting. Bit of atmosphere. I'm gonna sleep it away though, I think. I sometimes forget if I pause the replay and down here then. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep. I don't wanna thunderstorm. Cool, but I don't need it. Ooh, o'clock I didn't get. Grab that. Right, well I think that's probably about where I'm gonna end the stream. I've been streaming for like an hour or so. And I really could do with going grabbing a drink and then getting ready to go out. But I'll see you tomorrow if you're watching the next video. It should come out then. Or if not, yeah, I'll see you on the next stream, which will hopefully be, maybe I'll do one tomorrow, but if not, it'll be a few days time probably. Need to get working on the next video. But it's a good job we got all this area cleared out today. I'll see you all soon.